Hello, welcome to the Learn English Lab.
Hello.
Today, we're diving deep into English conversations specifically for travel.
Yeah, a really practical topic.
Our mission is really to equip you with practical, real-life examples so you feel more assured, more capable when using English on your trips.
Right. Because knowing what to say can make a huge difference.
We'll explore a variety of common travel situations, providing useful phrases and, a better understanding to navigate them confidently.
That's a great goal for anyone venturing to places where English is spoken or even where it's just the common language. Feeling secure in these interactions is, it's really beneficial.
It really is.
It has the power to transform your travel from potentially stressful to, genuinely enjoyable and enriching.
Okay, let's get started right at the beginning. What you need to do before you even leave home. Pre-travel preparation.
Right, the planning stage.
This covers everything from securing your flights, arranging accommodation, figuring out how you'll get around once you arrive, that sort of thing.
Indeed. These initial steps often involve communicating quite specific needs and preferences, so having the appropriate phrases ready can make all the difference.
So let's take booking a flight. You might call the airline. A typical start could be something like, "Good morning. I'd like to book a round-trip flight from New York to London."
Correct. And the agent will likely ask about your dates straight away.
And from there, you might have preferences, right? Like maybe you want a direct flight.
Exactly. Or you might ask about morning or evening departures. You could even say something like, "I'm flexible on the airline, but I'm looking for the best price."
Right. And it's really useful to have some more, let's say, sophisticated ways to ask. Instead of just asking, "How much is it?" Maybe try, "Could you check if there are any promotional fares available?"
That's a good one. Or if your plans aren't totally fixed, does this fare offer any flexibility if I need to adjust my dates?
Yeah, and asking about refunds is vital. "Can you please confirm the refund policy for this ticket?" You need to know that.
Those are excellent examples. Getting more detail up front is key. And culturally, especially in, say, the US or UK, politeness helps.
How so?
Well, just starting requests with, "Could you please?" It generally leads to a smoother interaction. People respond better.
Makes sense. Okay, back to our flight booking example. What else comes up? Baggage, right?
Oh, definitely. You need to clarify the allowance, like how many carry-on bags are allowed and what's the weight limit for checked baggage.
And the fees. Is there a fee for the first checked bag, or what's the cost for additional bags?
Precisely. Then there's seat selection. You might say, "Can I please request an aisle seat near the front of economy?"
And always confirm you'll get an email confirmation. Just a quick, "Will I receive an email confirmation?" at the end.
Standard procedure, but good to double check. Now, booking accommodation hotels, maybe rentals, similar principles apply. Clear communication is essential.
Okay, so imagine calling a hotel, say the Grandview Hotel. You'd start with your dates and room type. "I'd like to book a double room for these dates."
Yep. And then maybe ask about specifics. Do you have any rooms with a city view available? What would the rate be for that? Perhaps it's, say, $150 a night.
And it's smart to ask what's included.
Right.
Does the rate include breakfast? Or is there complimentary Wi-Fi? Things like the gym or pool access, too.
Those amenities can really sway your decision. And, a few well-phrased questions can really upgrade your stay.
Like asking for a high floor.
Exactly. Is it possible to have a room on a high floor or requesting a late checkout, though that's often subject to availability?
Good tip. And the cancellation policy, that's crucial.
Absolutely. Ask, what is the cancellation policy? Can I cancel up to 48 hours before check-in without a penalty? Knowing that gives you peace of mind.
Definitely. And just like with flights, there are more advanced things you can ask, right?
For sure. If you're part of a loyalty program, ask about discounts. Do you offer any discounts for loyalty program members?
Or if you're a light sleeper.
You could ask, could you recommend a room that's likely to be particularly quiet? Maybe away from elevators or ice machines?
Good one. And the hidden costs. Taxes, resort fees.
Always ask, are there any additional taxes or resort fees I should be aware of? Confirming the total cost upfront avoids nasty surprises at checkout.
So important. Okay, let's shift to getting around once you're there. Renting a car is a popular option.
It is. And again, calling or booking online involves specific details. Dates, type of car, maybe a compact for city driving.
And you need the specifics on cost. What's the daily rate for a compact car, like a Toyota Corolla? Let's say it's $45.
Then ask, does that rate include unlimited mileage? And crucially, is insurance included or is that an additional cost? Maybe $15 extra per day.
Need to clarify pickup too. Is pickup available directly at the airport, say SFO? And confirm what documents you need, license, credit card.
And some more advanced points. Check for online booking discounts. Ask about the fuel policy. Do I need to return the car with a full tank?
And age restrictions. Some places have them.
They do. Also, a really valuable cultural tip, especially in the US, check your own personal car insurance or credit card coverage first.
Why is that?
It might already cover rental cars, meaning you don't need to buy the rental company's extra insurance. Could save you quite a bit of money.
Ah, good insider tip. Okay, so pre-travel is sorted. You've arrived at the airport. Now what? Check-in and security.
Right, the airport buzz. Knowing the ropes makes it less stressful.
At the check-in desk, it's usually straightforward. I'm checking in for the flight to Chicago. Present your passport.
And if you have bags to check, I have one bag to check. They'll weigh it. Maybe it's 48 pounds, under the limit. You might also request a seat type. Could I possibly get an aisle seat?
And you can use more specific language too, right? Like for frequent flyer points.
Yes. Could you please confirm my frequent flyer number is on the booking? Or maybe ask about priority boarding options.
What about needing assistance?
You'd say, I'd like to request special assistance, maybe for mobility issues or something similar.
In our scenario, the traveler gets seat 12C, an aisle near the front. They get the boarding pass gate 23, boarding at 10:30 a.m., and they confirm the flight's on time.
Always good to ask, is the flight currently on time? And a huge cultural tip for airports, arrive early.
How early?
General advice is 2 hours before domestic flights, 3 hours for international. It just removes so much stress if there are queues or delays.
Good rule of thumb. Okay, next hurdle, security screening.
This is where clear communication and following instructions are key.
Right, you'll put belongings and bins liquids in that clear bag, electronics out separately.
They'll likely tell you to remove shoes, belts, jackets. They might ask, do you have any metal implants?
In our example, the traveler's bag gets flagged. Why?
A water bottle over the limit more than 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters. The traveler has to discard it, then they're cleared.
What if you get flagged for extra screening?
You could ask politely, could you please explain why I was selected for additional screening? Or, if unsure about rules, are my toiletries okay with the liquid rules?
And laptops, always out.
Usually. You can always ask, do I need to take my laptop out? And the big cultural tip here, just stay calm and follow the officer's instructions. Cooperate. It makes it faster for everyone.
Got it. Okay, through security. Now, finding the gate.
Simple enough usually. Approach an information desk or airline staff. Excuse me, could you tell me where gate B12 is?
They'll give you the gate, maybe confirm boarding time. Gate B12, boarding is at 1:30 p.m. Good to ask again, is the flight still on time?
What if you have time to kill? Maybe ask about lounges.
Sure. Is there a Sky Club lounge near gate B10? More advanced phrases. Could you confirm the boarding time again? Or is there a flight status screen nearby?
And gate changes happen, right?
They do. So the cultural tip is vital. Always double check the screens or your airline app. Don't just rely on the first information you got.
Wise advice. But sometimes things go wrong. Delays, cancellations.
Oh, yes. Knowing how to talk to the airline staff is crucial then.
So, scenario. Your 3:00 p.m. flight to Denver is delayed. Weather. New time is 5:00 p.m. First thought, connections. If you have one, like a tight 7:00 p.m. connection in Denver, you need to ask, will I still make my connection?
And if it looks unlikely.
Be proactive. Are there any later flights I could be rebooked on? Perhaps one with a longer layover. Like asking about a 6:00 p.m. Denver flight connecting to a later Seattle one.
And don't forget your luggage.
Crucial. Will my checked bag be transferred to the new flight? And other things you might ask about during long delays or cancellations.
Like food or hotels.
Exactly. Does the airline provide meal vouchers for this delay? Or if it's an overnight cancellation, will the airline provide hotel accommodation? You can also ask about rerouting options via other cities.
And how should you act? It can be frustrating.
Stay polite but firm. That's the cultural tip. Getting angry rarely helps, but be clear about what you need. A calm, assertive approach works best.
Okay, finally on the plane. What kind of interactions happen there?
Mostly with flight attendants, perhaps your seatmate.
Right. Simple requests for the crew. Excuse me, could I please have a blanket? Or could I get a ginger ale? No ice, please.
You might also ask, do you know what time we're expected to land? More advanced things, maybe asking about meal options. Do you have a vegetarian meal available? Or needing help with luggage, could you help me put this bag in the overhead bin?
And the cultural tip for flight attendants.
Be concise and always say please and thank you. They're busy.
Makes sense. What about chatting with the person next to you?
Depends if they seem open to it. You could start simply, "Hi, are you heading to London too?"
And maybe share tips, like you should definitely use the tube, but avoid taxis during rush hour.
Yeah, or share while you're traveling, "I'm here for work," or "I'm on a student program." If the conversation flows, you could ask more like, "Do you travel often for work?" or "Any cool spots you'd recommend checking out?"
But gauge their interest first, right?
Absolutely. That's the key cultural tip. If they have headphones on or are working, probably best to let them be. Read the room, basically.
Okay. What if something's wrong? Like your screen doesn't work?
Politely flag down a flight attendant. "Excuse me, my screen isn't working. Could you possibly reset it?"
And if that doesn't work?
You could ask, "Is there any possibility of moving to an empty seat?" Maybe mention one you saw. "I noticed row 25 seems free. Could I move there?"
Other things you might need help with.
Adjusting the air vent, maybe asking them to dim the lights, or even help filling out those landing cards or customs forms.
And the tip here?
Patience. They're often juggling many requests.
All right, landed. Now for immigration.
Okay, this is usually quite formal. Direct answers are best.
You'll hand over your passport. They'll ask the purpose of your visit. You might say, "I'm here for a 2-week vacation."
They'll likely ask where you're staying at the Hilton downtown for 14 nights and if you have a return ticket. "Yes, my return flight is on July 15th.
Have that info ready. They also ask about declaring items, right? Especially food.
Yes. "Are you bringing any food items into the country?" In our example, the traveler says no, just personal belongings.
What if it's not a simple vacation? Like a visa or conference?
Be prepared. "I'm entering on a tourist visa, here's the documentation." Or, "I'm attending a conference, here's my invitation letter." If you're unsure about declaring something, ask, "Could you clarify what items need to be declared?"
And the cultural tip for immigration.
Answer questions directly. Don't volunteer extra information. Have your documents organized and ready. Keep it efficient.
Got it. After immigration comes customs.
Right. Here they're checking for prohibited or undeclared goods.
The officer asks, "Do you have anything to declare?" Be honest.
Correct. Our example traveler says, "Just some souvenirs and clothes, no food, alcohol, or tobacco." They might still ask to inspect your bag. It's normal.
What if you do have something, like wine?
Declare it. "Have one bottle of wine, is that within the allowance?" Or maybe, "I bought some artwork, does this need to be declared?" You can ask about duty-free limits too.
And the cultural tip. Simple.
Be honest. Don't try to hide things. It can lead to fines or confiscation.
Okay, cleared customs. Now getting around the city. Public transport.
Often the most economical way, you'll need tickets.
So at a subway station, you might go to a ticket window. I'd like to buy a 7-day subway pass. Maybe it costs $33.
Ask what it covers. Does this pass cover buses too? And how to pay? Can I pay by credit card? Request a map if you need one. Could I get a system map, please?
And asking for directions to the platform.
Which platform do I need for the train to Union Square? They might say, "Take the 4, 5, or 6 train downstairs."
Advanced questions. Student discounts.
Yeah.
Ticket machines.
Yeah. Are there student discounts? Or if using a machine, could you show me how to use this machine? Also, is this ticket valid on express trains?
And a cultural tip for payment.
Many cities use contactless now. Check if your card works or if you need a local travel card.
Getting lost happens. How to ask for directions effectively.
Be polite. "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm trying to find the British Museum."
And locals often give good directions, like in the example. Walk straight, turn left, on the right, or take bus 14.
Ask follow-up questions if needed. How far is the walk? Or how often does the number 14 bus run?
More advanced, maybe asking if walking is better than transit.
Sure. Is it easier to walk there, or should I take the bus? Or where's the nearest subway station? And confirming platform direction, is this the right platform for downtown?
Cultural tip for directions.
Locals are usually happy to help, but always good to have a map or phone app as a backup, just in case.
Okay, what about taxis or ride shares?
Good for direct travel. Hail a taxi, state your destination clearly. "Could you take me to Terminal 5 at the airport, please?"
Ask about the journey. How long do you think it will take with traffic? And confirm the meter is on.
Right. You could ask for the fastest route. Mention luggage. "I have one large bag for the trunk." And before paying, do you accept credit cards? And could I have a receipt, please?
Advanced taxi phrases. Fare estimate. Flat rates.
Yep. Could you give me an estimated fare? Or, is there a flat rate to the airport? Maybe asking them to wait briefly if you need to grab something quickly.
And tipping culture. That varies a lot.
It does. In the US, 10-15% for taxis is standard. For rideshares, it's often optional through the app, but appreciated. Research the local custom.
Good advice. All right, let's move to checking into the hotel.
Smooth check-in starts with clear communication at the front desk.
Walk up. State your purpose. Hello, I'm checking in. The reservation is under Sarah Johnson. Have your ID and credit card ready.
You can make requests here too. Is it possible to get a room on a higher floor? They might say, yes, we have one on the 12th floor available. Ask for the Wi-Fi password. What's the Wi-Fi password? Maybe you request help with bags. Could we get a luggage cart, please?
Other useful check-in phrases. Confirming checkout date. Early check-in.
Good ideas. Just to confirm, my checkout date is. Or if you arrive early, is there any chance my room might be ready for early check-in? Asking for a local restaurant guide is nice too.
And the cultural tip.
Have your booking confirmation handy printed or on your phone. It just speeds things up.
But what if there's an issue with the room? AC broken. Not clean.
Yeah. Report it promptly and politely. Excuse me, the air conditioning in my room doesn't seem to be working.
Ask for action.
Yes. Could you please send maintenance to take a look? Or, if it's cleanliness, my room hasn't been cleaned properly. Could you arrange for housekeeping?
What if it can't be fixed quickly?
Ask about options. If it can't be fixed soon, would it be possible to switch rooms? More advanced phrases. Could you expedite the repair? Or asking for a discount for the inconvenience. Maybe asking for extra towels while you wait.
In the approach.
Polite persistence, that's the cultural tip. Keep following up calmly until it's resolved.
Okay, let's talk about using hotel amenities. Pool. Gym.
Don't hesitate to ask. What are the opening hours for the swimming pool? Are towels provided? Is the gym open 2 under 4/7? You'll need your key card usually.
And dining options.
What dining options are available in the hotel? They might mention a cafe, a bar, specific opening times.
More detailed questions. Airport shuttles. Spa bookings.
Sure. Does the hotel offer an airport shuttle service? Can I book spa appointments here? Do you offer any guided tours? The cultural tip. Always ask about free amenities like breakfast or shuttles. It can save money.
Dining out now a big part of travel. Starting with reservations.
Good idea for popular places. Call or book online. State the date, time, number of people. I'd like to make a reservation for 4 people for tonight at 7:30 p.m.
What if your first choice time isn't free?
Be flexible. Like in the example, they wanted 7 p.m., took 7:30 p.m. You can make requests too. Could we possibly have a table outside? Or confirm accessibility. Is the restaurant wheelchair accessible?
Advanced reservation talk. Wait lists. Big groups. Dress code.
Oh, good things to ask. Is there a wait list? Can you accommodate a group of 10? Is there a dress code? And the cultural tip. Book popular spots well in advance, especially for dinner.
Okay, seated and ready to order. The server comes over.
They'll usually ask about drinks first. Would you like to order any drinks? Then maybe mention specials. Tonight's special is grilled salmon with lemon risotto.
This is your chance to ask questions, right?
Definitely. Order your drink. I'll have sparkling water, please. Ask about the special if interested, and clarify anything on the menu. Don't be shy.
What about modifications? Gluten-free. Side orders.
Absolutely. Is it possible to get the salmon with quinoa instead of risotto? I need a gluten-free option. Or could I also get a side salad with the dressing on the side, please?
More advanced ordering. Vegan options. Local sourcing. Need quick service.
Yes. Do you have any vegan recommendations? Is the fish locally sourced? Or if you're in a rush, we're a bit short on time, could you possibly expedite our order? The cultural tip. Servers expect questions. Ask away.
What about serious dietary needs? Allergies.
Crucial to communicate clearly. I have a severe nut allergy. Can you tell me if the chicken pasta contains nuts?
And checking ingredients or substitutions.
Yeah. Very important. The menu says the sauce has cream. Is it possible to have it with an olive oil base instead? More advanced. Could you list the potential allergens in this dish? Or do you use a separate fryer for gluten-free items? You can even ask, could you please double-check with the kitchen about the ingredients?
And the timing.
Mention allergies when you order. That's the key cultural tip. Don't wait until the food arrives.
Okay, meal finished. Time for the bill. What if there's a mistake?
And point it out politely. Excuse me, I think there might be a mistake on the bill. We didn't order this extra bottle of wine.
Splitting the bill.
Just ask, could we please split the bill 3 ways? Then let them know when you're ready to pay your share.
Advanced billing phrases. Itemized bill. Service charge included. Coupons.
All valid. Could I please see an itemized bill? Is a service charge already included? Can I use this discount coupon? And the cultural tip on tipping, especially in the US. 15-20% is standard. Check if gratuity is automatically added for large groups.
Shopping time. asking about products in markets or shops.
Yeah, fun part of travel. Feel free to ask questions. Excuse me, could you tell me about this scarf? Is it handmade? Ask about material. Is it 100% silk? And the price, $45. Okay. You can also ask, do you have this in other colors?
More advanced. Sales. Origin.
Is this item currently on sale? Could you tell me more about the material? Is this made locally? Cultural tip. Vendors in tourist areas expect questions. Don't hesitate.
What about bargaining or negotiating prices?
Common in some places, like markets. Approach it respectfully. Example. Painting is $80. Traveler offers $60. They settle on $65, maybe because they're buying two.
Useful phrases for bargaining.
What's your best price? Could you offer a small discount? Or if buying multiple items, is there a better price if I buy two? Cultural tip. It's often a friendly interaction, not aggressive haggling. Be respectful.
And returns or exchanges, if something doesn't fit.
Need the receipt. Go back, explain the issue. I bought this shirt yesterday, but it's too small. I have the receipt. State what you want. Could I please exchange it for a medium size? Or ask for a refund if preferred.
Other things to ask. Return policy. Restocking fees.
What is your return policy? Is it possible to get a refund or only an exchange? Is there a restocking fee? Cultural tip. Keep receipts. And check the return window time frame when you buy.
Sightseeing and cultural stuff often the best part. Asking locals for tips.
Definitely. Locals often give the best advice. Excuse me, what's one local attraction you'd say I absolutely must see? Get directions too. How do I get there?
Asking for hidden gems.
Yeah. Are there any hidden gems or places that mostly locals go to? Like the example session of South Bank for street performers.
More advanced questions. Less touristy spots. Festivals. Museum crowds.
What's a favorite local spot that isn't packed with tourists? Are there any local festivals happening this weekend? Are museums usually busier on weekdays or weekends?
Cultural tip. Locals often love sharing tips. Just ask genuinely.
Interacting with tour guides.
Ask practical questions beforehand or at the start. How long does the walking tour last? Will we go inside the cathedral? What's the policy on taking photos? More in-depth questions. History. Tipping. Breaks.
Could you tell us a bit more about the history of this building? Is it customary to tip the guide? Will there be any restroom breaks? Cultural tip. Engage with the guide. Ask questions. They appreciate the interest.
Engaging in cultural conversations, maybe at a market.
Great way to learn. Start with an observation. This market has a great atmosphere. Does it happen every weekend? Ask about favorites. Do you have a favorite stall here? Maybe the cheese vendor. Ask about its nature. Is this mostly for locals or do tourists come too? Advanced cultural chat. Local food, weekend life, events. What's a local dish I absolutely have to try? How do locals typically spend their weekends? Are there any big cultural events happening while I'm here? Cultural tip. Show genuine curiosity, but be respectful of boundaries. Don't pry if someone seems hesitant.
Okay, now for the less fun stuff. Emergencies and unexpected situations. Medical help.
Really important to communicate clearly here. State the problem. Excuse me, I'm feeling unwell. Ask for help. Is there a clinic or doctor nearby? Describe symptoms. I have a fever and a sore throat. Ask about insurance. Do you know if they accept foreign insurance? And get directions.
More advanced medical phrases. Pharmacy. ER. Ambulance.
Could you recommend a nearby pharmacy? Where is the nearest hospital emergency room? And crucially, know how to ask someone to call for help. Please call an ambulance. Cultural tip. Carry your insurance info and know the local emergency number, like 911 in the US, 9999 in the UK, 1000 in Australia.
Losing something important like a wallet.
Stressful, yes. Act fast. Ask airport hotel staff. I think I lost my wallet here. Who should I report this to? Find lost and found. Where's the lost and found office? Be ready with details. I need to report a lost wallet. It's a brown leather wallet. Provide ID. Ask about next steps. Should I contact my bank to cancel my cards? The answer is usually yes.
Advanced lost item talk. Specific office. Checking if found. Recovery process.
Is there a specific lost property office for this terminal area? Could you check if a wallet matching this description has been turned in? What's the process for recovering lost items? Cultural tip. Act quickly and keep digital copies of important documents.
Dealing with potential travel scams, like a sudden price hike for a tour.
Address it directly but calmly. Excuse me, when I booked this tour, I was quoted $20. Now you're saying it's $50. Clarify the reason. You're saying $50 is for a premium package. That wasn't mentioned before.
And if they won't honor the original price?
Insist politely but firmly. I'd like the $20 tour I was originally offered. If they say it's sold out, push back. In that case, I'd like a full refund. Mentioning reporting them can help. If this isn't resolved, I'll have to report it to the tourist board. Often they'll find a way to honor the price.
Other phrases for scams: official price list, authorized vendor, supervisor.
Could I please see the official price list? Are you an authorized vendor tour operator? Could I please speak to a supervisor or manager? Cultural tip: research common scams in your destination beforehand. Being aware helps you avoid them.
Pew. Okay, let's wrap up with some tips to sound more natural overall. Idioms and phrasal verbs.
Yes, using these makes your English sound much more fluent, like hit the ground running, meaning start energetically.
Or off the beaten path for less touristy places.
Exactly. Bite the bullet means accepting something difficult. And common phrasal verbs: check in, look around, run into someone. Using them naturally really helps. I want to hit the ground running in Paris, so I'm looking around for off-the-beaten-path cafes.
How to learn them.
Listen to native speakers, podcasts, travel vlogs, movies set in travel locations. You'll start picking them up.
Politeness and tone are also key, right?
Hugely important. Always use please and thank you. Soften requests. Could you possibly, or would you mind? Avoid blunt demands like give me.
So instead of tell me the gate number, say,
Could you please tell me the gate number? Much better. Cultural tip: especially in formal settings, hotels, airports, it's safer to be a bit too polite than not polite enough.
and finally, understanding accents and slang. English varies so much.
It really does. US English has slang like awesome or chill, and many regional accents. UK English uses cheers for thanks, mate for friend, and accents like Cockney or Scouse. Australian English has arvo, afternoon, brekkie, breakfast, and a distinct sound.
So being aware helps understanding.
Definitely. Watching shows or listening to podcasts from different regions trains your ear. You don't need to use all the slang, but recognizing it helps comprehension a lot.
So to really get good at this, practice is essential.
Absolutely. Role-playing these scenarios, airport check-in, ordering food, asking directions is invaluable. Practice with a partner or even just by yourself.
We have some example scenarios and dialogues in our resources to help you get started.
And there are great tools out there too. Apps like Duolingo for vocabulary, City Mapper for navigation, books specifically on English for travel. Websites like Fluent U or BBC Learning English have excellent video and audio resources.
So wrapping up, mastering English for travel is about confidence. It comes from practice, using these kinds of phrases, and understanding those cultural nuances.
Exactly. Practice regularly. Maybe record yourself speaking. Don't fear mistakes, they're part of learning. And keep a phrasebook or app handy.
Ultimately, fluency and confidence in English are like a passport themselves, right? They open doors to richer, less stressful adventures.
Well put. It allows you to connect more deeply with places and people, have safe travels, and happy learning.
And if you found this deep dive helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable language learning resources.